So we talk so much about Twitter and social networking and how it's changed the landscape.
Right now.
We tweet during the show, but who knew that Twitter could maybe be one of the best tools for a U.S. senator's remarkable transformation? That's the story we want to talk about right now. 5 months ago, Senator Claire McCaskill decided to tell the world she really felt she needed to get in shape. And unlike many things in Washington these days, it's been a huge success. Fed up with her weight, in May, Missouri Senator Claire McCaskill chose a different path to losing weight. She turned to Twitter. "I'm tired of looking and feeling fat," she tweeted to her nearly 60,000 followers. "Maybe talking about it publicly will keep me on track." Since then, McCaskill has kept her followers in the loop, posting updates of her fitness goals and her eating habits. Here's a picture of the senator back in August 2010, compared to last month. Now, just 5 months after that first tweet about her weight, the senator has reached her goal of losing 50 pounds. But she's not just getting attention for her weight loss. It's also McCaskill's use of social media, inviting the public into her personal life, something fairly rare for an elected official. Earlier this month, she tweeted her fitness coach and followers saying, "I did it. Thank you, Team Charles and my new BFF, Mr. Treadmill." And Democratic Senator Claire McCaskill of Missouri joins us this morning in her workout gear, ready to go to the gym. Great to have you with us this morning, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This is a huge goal for anybody to reach. It's a very tough thing to do, though, in public. What made you decide Twitter was the best way to help you accomplish this goal?
You know, my Twitter account, I look at it as a way for people in Missouri to see the whole picture. I tweet about my kids. Yesterday, I tweeted about how happy I was that my daughter said she'd cleaned her apartment all day. I think it's important. I think it's important for people to see that I've got the same kind of problems and challenges that everybody else does. And obviously, for a woman in her 50s, figuring out how to stay in shape with a really hectic schedule is a big part of everybody's daily struggle in my state, and I think all across the country.
Yeah, many women and men can relate to that, especially trying to fit it in with a busy schedule. I was reading that your trainer said you knew it. You knew what you had to do. You knew there was the diet and the exercise, but it was that third leg that was missing, which was accountability. And that's what you got with Twitter.
Absolutely. I mean, I knew once, believe me, I thought long and hard about sending that first tweet. I knew what it meant. It meant that people were going to be watching to see if, in fact, I stayed on track, if I actually made that commitment to work out every day of the week and to really be accountable. And so when I hit that send button that day, I knew that there was no going back. I either had to make this happen or everybody was going to know that I had publicly failed in a pretty big way to get to a more healthy weight.
You got some great support, some really fantastic feedback from your 59,000 followers, but did any of them join you on their own version of this journey?
I got lots of tweets from folks that were doing the same thing, lots of ideas, you know, especially when I tweeted the one time about how I had divorced bread and pasta, and I hoped that someday we could be friends again. A lot of folks responded to that saying, hey, yeah, if you focus on fruits and vegetables and protein, and if that's what you focus on, then, and you work out, this is not a complicated thing. I think when you're struggling to get there, you make it harder than it needs to be. And that reinforcement I got from so many people across the country really was helpful.
I have to say that was one of my favorite tweets. And I was wondering about it. Does it really have to be a divorce for you? You know, we hear so much about how it's important to do everything in moderation. Could it have been a trial separation period, or maybe can you work out a visitation agreement with the bread and the pasta?
That's exactly it. I mean, we're divorced, but someday I hope we can be friends again. And that means that every once in a while, it's not a bad thing to not eat actually healthy, but it needs to be something that happens every once in a while instead of something that happened every night. Before I started on this thing, I would sit around and feel sorry for myself that I'd worked so hard and think that Ben & Jerry's was my best friend. And now I know that it's probably more an apple.
Yeah, go with the low-fat version, maybe as a treat. Really quickly before we let you go, will you keep tweeting about this? Because obviously we know maintaining that weight loss is a tough thing in itself.
Yeah, and by the way, my Twitter account and the people that follow me will help me stay on track, because now this is really going to be embarrassing. I mean, if I manage to get healthy and then I go back to my old ways, it will be a public humiliation. So once again, that public accountability, sometimes it's not fun to be so publicly accountable, Believe me, when I go to the grocery store, I hear about it. But at other times, in terms of staying healthy, I think that folks out there paying attention and realizing that I've accomplished this, it's going to keep me on track to maintain a healthy weight.
Well, great to have you with us this morning. We know you're off to the gym, so have a great workout. And
thanks.
And maybe this can inspire, perhaps, you and your fellow lawmakers. Maybe you can all come together, tweet about coming together.
There you go.
Senator, thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you.